After playing Mace Windu, Batman Begins, and the Wookiee Pirate in Star Wars, this is what I've learned. Hi, my name's Oliver Wilson, and I started out as an extra. Also, how I got into extra work was because as a former boxer, I had all the big agents and film buffs and celebrities coming and watching me boxing, and they all thought I had a bit of talent in the film world because of the way I was as a person. I was a bit unconfident with this, but it was something I was always interested in doing, but I didn't ever think I would be able to do it because it's a very hard thing to get into. But then they soon reassured me. And I remember the first day being on set doing different things, how quickly I gained confidence in what was going to happen. And playing Master Mace Windu in Star Wars as Samuel Jackson's stunt and body double, then to go on to do Batman Begins with Christian Nolan and Christian Bale and Liam Neeson was an amazing thing. I remember going to the auditions for Batman Begins, and we had to do all these crazy stunts to impress Christopher Bale. And there was all these different people were doing somersaults, rolling with the swords, doing all these crazy things. And I thought, my God, what am I going to do? But what really clinched it for me was because Christian Bale and Liam Neeson's are 6 foot, and all the dangerous people were like quite small. So that clinched it for me because when we're in the lineup in the temple and we're pulling the swords as part of the League of Shadow, it made more sense to the director to have a good lineup than having a bit of a mismatch of like a mammogram or something. So that was great. So also, I've done different various things in Harry Potter, All Creatures Great and Small, Agent Cody Banks. I mean, it goes on. The thing is, once you become an extra, and if you're liked, it's the door. It's the door in for you to be able to network with all the different people and opportunity and to share information and talk to these people who know what's going on out there. Now, if you haven't got access as an extra, it's hard to just want to punch your way in as a big guy. So I say to you, start as an extra.
Is acting really just memorising lines, or is there a secret to making it look natural?
I think there is a big thing in memorising lines, but also there is a big secret into the way you portray your lines. Because so many people, when they portray lines, their facial expressions and their body movement and their actions and reactions don't relate to how they move to the lines. So if you're showing something that's distressful to you, you got to know how to portray that. This is very important that people understand these things. It's tough.
How did you prepare to play Mace Windu?
Preparing for Mace Windu, I'll tell you, I'm so blessed that I've got a gym in the garden. So I went running every day, then came back and done loads of different repetitions of all different kinds of exercises every day to make sure that I was in top shape, because I knew once I was on set, it was going to be hard work. So I needed to be physically and mentally ready.
And how did you get the role?
Well, I got a phone call from my agent saying that I was meant to go for a casting, and a car's coming to pick me up. She said to me, get ready, the car's on its way. So I started getting ready, put the phone down, and then they rang me back in about 15 minutes and said, oh, the car's coming to pick you up, but they don't want to do a casting. So I said, well, why don't they want to do a casting? She said, well, you've got the same statistic as the hero, and the top guy needs to get it in the bag.
And who's been your favourite person to work with?
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't put it down to one particular one. I mean, obviously, my most favourite films are Star Wars and Batman, because they've got their two different kinds of diversity, some with CGI and some where, you're just playing tactical behaviour. So there are a few different, to be honest, I just love what I do. I think when you go on a film set and you see all your friends and people you haven't seen for a long time, and every now and again you're bumping into all these old faces over 30 years, It's magical. There's something magical about it, and you almost feel like a pilot taking off a 747 off the runway at Heathrow Airport and landing in all these amazing destinations.
What's it like watching it on the screen versus actually filming it?
Actually filming something is so exciting because obviously the adrenaline's running. You know you want to get it right. You don't want to, cost money and having to do too many takes. So it's really important that, you've got it in your head of what you're going to do. And I always try to portray the best possible way to make sure that I've got what I need to get over, whether it's facial expressions, body expressions, action expressions. But then when it comes to actually watching it on the TV, sometimes I like it, and then there's other times I look at it and I think, oh, I'm not too sure about that.
Do actors really get along off camera?
I would say no, because there are a lot of divas out there where, like, there's a lot of divas who feel that they're above everyone else. And then there's so many out there that are so sweet and nice. It doesn't matter if you're an extra, a hero, a stand-in, a body double. You're part of the most important thing is the people who make it. They work so hard, like the riggers, the lighters, the costume, the wardrobe, the makeup. It's a massive team. So I would say without all these backers, I mean, wow, it just wouldn't happen.
And what's the hardest thing about acting that no one tells you?
Concentration, time. The time sometimes you can take to do one scene, sometimes could be an hour, 2 hours, time. And the thing is, you can't play with time, because once you've given that time, if you can consistently getting it wrong the whole time, then you've wasted their time and you've wasted your time. So that's why it's important. Time is important. Time is precious.
What's the biggest lie about acting people believe?
The biggest lie, I suppose, in acting really, it probably is CGI and things that are put on the scene later after the film's finished. I think they can be lies to some people, but fantastic to others. But I think the biggest lie of all is when you don't believe in yourself and you're going out there and you're lying to yourself about you can do this. I believe that the only way you can really make it happen is never to lie to yourself and be confident. Confidence is a really important issue when it comes to filming.
How did you get into acting?
My secret was I was spotted by a guy from the Bill called Mickey Moynihan. He was like a boxing pundit. He liked to drink and he liked to fag, and he was a lovely fella. And I remember getting out of the ring in the Albert Hall and he coming up to me, saying, "Oh, mate," he was a real Cockney East Ender. He goes, "You're a great fighter, you are, mate." He said, "But I think you'd be fantastic on the set." He said, "You're a good-looking fella, likeable fella, and you should be on the films, doing the films." He said, "I can get you on the bill." I said, "On the bill?" He said, I can't do that." He said, "Yeah, you can do that." He goes, "I'll give you 500 quid for 3 weeks. £500 for 3 weeks on the bill." What? I wouldn't do that. 500, that's not a lot of money, is it really? He goes, "No, I'll give you 500 quid a day for 3 weeks. He goes, "I'll do that." I goes, "But the only problem is, when we did it at the time, it was very hard for any foreign person to get an equity card." And he actually gave me what's called a leg up. He said, "Don't worry about that, son. I'll sort that out." And if you want to know any of my secrets, check out my course. And remember, I am not a trainer.